Okay, I got a video message from Shredder, and I did write a message, but seeing as I use this media of, the YouTube and that, I thought I would share my thoughts after we listen to the words from Master Shredder.
This short's kind of directed to the Krusty Rabbit Hole, my friend. Thank you for all you do, and I share, and many of us share, all of us share that same sick feeling that you experienced while watching that older video of Cecil's. One of the things that makes me feel sick and my stomach turn is the fact that years ago he would go off of the defense about he was underage. How can an underage person be a child molester? Well, now he's saying the video was edited. But one of the things that makes me sick is that he knows that. He knows that this is just his latest excuse. He knows that 2 little girls were molested, and that doesn't bother him. The only thing that bothers him is that he can't shake us. He can't shake his past. He don't give a shit about any kids or any of his victims. That's how sick he is.
Yeah, I think that video from 3 years ago, I felt different than I normally would in videos that are up to date. You kind of sometimes reply or respond or commentate on the video, and you just get the job done. You try to in some way distance yourself from the whole situation to protect yourself, if that makes any sense. To me, it was a stark reminder of how really serious that the situation is when it affects you physically from looking at a video and really taking it all in. I did mention about structured dialogue, structured debate, moderators to try and put an end to this situation. But, facing the real facts of it, I don't think in this situation that Cecil would cooperate in a proper structured dialogue. I don't think he's even capable of doing that, because he's not capable of not lying. When you think about over history, what is Cecil's main goal? His main goal is to protect himself. He does it very badly, but he's got no empathy towards other people. It's all about Cecil. It's not about the victims. It's not about his sister. It's not even about his child and his partner. It's all about Cecil. And it's all focused on himself. And that's what he's trying to protect. He's doing a very bad job of it, which makes the job a little bit easier for us. What I said about the structured dialogue, of course, I can stand being corrected. I could be completely wrong, but that's just the way I feel about the situation, that Cecil isn't capable of being involved in a serious conversation with a serious dialogue, because he just can't stop lying just to protect himself. There's no empathy for the other people involved. There's no empathy for even us, in which he called us all kinds of names, which had an accusation involved. And I know he said it out of anger to protect himself, but he had no empathy for us when he was protecting himself. So why would he have empathy for victims? And so why would he get involved in a dialogue that is properly structured in that? I don't know. But of course, I says that I can stand corrected, and if dialogue is the way forward, of course, anything is worth a shot. But we can't keep doing this because Cecil wants to keep doing this because he's in a hamster wheel. He doesn't know which way to go at the moment, so he's just going to continue going around in circles. Now, not to say that our efforts have been going around in circles. He's been exposed to more and more people. Even in the last number of months, the more people that have known about Cecil has increased dramatically. His own support has dropped off. Yes, he's increasing in subscribers on YouTube, but that's because people want to keep an eye on him. His main support of very few people, I think, has fallen at this point. So he's on his own. And even though he's on his own, he's still fighting that fight. I think Cecil's not capable of being wrong in his own head. Myself, yourself, order of magnitude, we've often, rather than just keep attacking, we've actually offered solutions, and they were thrown back in our face because Cecil knows better. And that seems to be in his personality, where he knows more than everybody else. He's not a humble person, and I don't think he takes advice from anybody because he thinks he's better than anybody else. Which I think this is why he is continuing on with this fight the way it is, because he is the superior one and we're all the stupid people. That's what I think is going on in his head, which is a very lonely place. But we're all the stupid people and he is the superior one. And that's what he's demonstrated to us, that he sees himself as the superior being, and we are all horrible people, we're all dramatic people, we got nothing going on in our lives, etc., etc. Of course, jumping to conclusions, but that's what he wants to portray to the world. That these people that are trying to make him accountable are all horrible people, and he's the good person. He's repeatedly says that he is a good person over and over again. A person that has to keep justifying or have to put out there that they're a good person is red flags. We all know this. I want to take this opportunity to thank Goose Redder because I've been a victim a number of years ago of Cecil's attacks over something really small. I can't remember what it was, but he insulted my appearance. He made fun of my teeth, funny enough. He doesn't do it now because he's got messed up teeth of his own. And he made fun of my stammer and stuff, and me and you did not know each other, and you stood up for me, and I really, that means a lot, and I don't forget that. The magnitudes, they've stood up for me, even though, and it angered them. And Mrs. Maggs, expressed her anger for what Cecil called me in recent times. Yet, what Cecil called them and what Cecil accused them of was you know was unthinkable. You know, so for him to say that we're all drama lovers and we've got nothing better in our lives, I think we've got this. We've got this group that we support each other. That's not what he has. He doesn't have any support anymore. But we support each other. And we support each other for a good cause. And that's what I'm thankful for. I think what knits a lot of this all together, is people like, Scooter and Random News. Random News just picks up on every single thing, and he puts a lot of effort into, good journalistic content and exposing people while taking the piss. And, not only with Cecil, but with these other people that are, taking advantage, in the paranormal community, taking advantage of people's deaths and stuff like that. And the way he covers it is top notch, And he becomes our voice sometimes when we don't know what way to put it out in the world, but he does, and he does a very good job. There was times that I poked the bear. I poked Cecil for a couple of weekends, and he was very angry with me and stuff. And Random News picked up on it straight away, and I was able to analyse the whole thing, and he done a fantastic job. I think what we need moving forward is some sort of a resolution. Is there something that we can do different? Is there some way that we can have this resolution and, put an end to this? Because the longer it goes on, the more victims there are. Because the more people that Cecil will insult and affect. And, even today, and back then when you stood up for me, I was not in a very strong place at the time, and I kept my face off YouTube for about 6 months because of what Cecil said about my appearance and stuff. And now I don't come onto this channel. I don't show my face because I don't want to give them that ammunition, and I kind of want to. The situation is so bad that it's even hard to show my face talking about Cecil, because it's so dirty and it's so bad. If I'm explaining it properly, I don't know. I think you might have some sort of an idea what I'm thinking here. I had a lot of bullying and I had a lot of persecution in the past and stuff, and the way I got over that was to be grateful that you don't have the attitude that these people have. And I think that sort of is important as well. But I think it's important too that we step away from this at times, and focus on more positive things. Because even though I like to add a bit of comedy value whenever I can, and take the mick when the possibility arises or the opportunity arises, it is kind of serious behind it all. And, like what you see there, I'll go to the beach and stuff like that. And we need to clear our minds sometimes from it, so we can think fresher when we get back to the job at hand. But I'm going to go for now, but thank you very much for the message, and I will see you soon.